Welcome to Mirrorsphere. This is Daniel, your host. Welcome all geeks, nerds, and people of all shapes and sizes. Oh man, I did a little rant video earlier. I don't know if I'm going to drop it or not, but it was way too long, I think. About cancel culture and the crap going on. But that's not what this is about. Today I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with my channel. Right now I'm actually in talks with the guy to do my logo and animation for my channel. I've seen what he done in his past, and he does pretty good work. But it will probably be next month when I can pay him. So that'll be fun. I'll finally get a logo and the design for the channel, which will be really cool. And I have a pretty cool animation that I want to create, help improve my intro. Also, my uncle, who was my artist, who I had planned on trying to do my cover and some of the character designs just to have them done, can no longer do them. Unfortunately, he's just too busy, and he lives in that metropolis area. Shit's too chaotic right now. He just cannot get it done. And so, for those out there a part of the Fandom Menace or Comicsgate people, get a hold of me. I talked to Rosetta the other day. She told me she was going to contact some people about, my interest. I probably won't be able to pay you this month, but get in contact with me either on DM on Twitter, and on there I'll give you my email address, and we'll set up a time where I can talk to you, or go live. I don't care. We can go live and we just talk about it. But there's a scene in the book that I have decided to do as my cover for my thing. I wanted like an artistic. I don't know I don't know much about art, so she was telling me what kind of different designs what I like, and I told her I don't know. I'd have to see the difference. But that's my plan. I want to get my cover. I have to get my cover done before I get my book done, so that my cover and my book is done around the same time. So I can put them together and put them on Amazon, because they will be sold on Amazon, at least at the beginning. I told this to her. I know a lot of people don't trust Amazon because I don't know what they do, but the only problem I have with Amazon is I want to do other things than just regular books. I want to make special collectible leather bounds, an art book. I want to, with some of the characters and some of the places that you'll see in my book. Be kind of cool to do, but that's later. That'll be after the book sells enough that I can afford to print my own stuff, because I can't. And I understand why some people do they crowdfund, and yeah, it would be kind of cool to crowdfund. It would help me a lot, but I want to do at least the first book on my own as much as possible. It would, I don't know, because it would help to crowdfund a little bit to pay off some of the artists and stuff to help do but I think I should do that after the first book is out, because I want people to know that the work is good. I wanted people to see that the book I'm writing is something worth crowdfunding. I know a lot of people, I'm no artist, I'm no master writer. I'm just doing the best I can do. And my brother's my editor. He's working with me. I'm not paying him to do it. He would love if I could. If I could afford to pay him to do editing, it would help him, because he just lost his job because he was working for a printing company and they shut down, or they got sold. I think, yeah, they got sold out by another company, and a bunch of people got laid off. He is one of those people, unfortunately. So he'll be looking for a new job soon, and I would love to be able to just pay him to be my editor full time. But I can't afford that. So maybe some of the Comicsgate people could talk to me, get a hold of me, and maybe we could discuss how the whole crowdfunding thing works, because I don't want to take people's money and not give a product that's worth. This is a Fandom Menace. We respect people's work. From Comicsgate to the Fandom Menace, we respect good things, and we will destroy things that suck. And I have no problem taking criticism. So if people will criticize, if you want to give me pointers on my channel, go ahead. If you want to give me pointers on, if you're an actual author and you say, hey, hit me up, we'll talk about your book. We'll see what works, what doesn't. I don't want to make crap. I'm doing my best I can. And, I'm a college dropout. 6 years I was in college until I realized it's not for me. Luckily I had the GI Bill, so I didn't have to pay much of it. But anyways, it's kind of terrifying if you really think about it. This whole process it's nerve-wracking, it's terrifying, but it's also exciting because it's something I have never ever thought of I would ever do, and I'm doing it because I want to give something new to the fandom. And my brother's dream is to open up a gaming cafe in the Midwest, and then eventually, if it becomes popular enough and it keeps growing, he wants to bring in esports and make it like a massive esports tournament area and wherever he wants to do with it. But we would probably attach that to this Mirrorsphere, actually, because we want to create this into an actual company, not just about books, or not just a book series. Mirrorsphere, I'm hoping becomes a franchise in its own. Not for me, for you. Would it be nice to make enough money to live off of for the rest of my life? Yeah. Nobody's saying it wouldn't. I would love to be able to, pay for my kids' colleges and never have to worry about working, crappy 9-to-5 job again, and take care of my kids. Because that's my hope is that YouTube and my book will make me a stay-home father, so my wife can do nursing and she can try to get her doctorate and not have to worry about getting the kids to school, not having to worry about dinners and stuff like that. I would take care of everything at the house, but YouTube would be YouTube and my books would be my way I provide for my family, and that's one of my goals. So if you want to help me grow, please do, because every sub, I love all of you guys. And so yeah, I'm looking for a cover artist. Eventually I need to find one that knows what they're doing when it comes to covers, knows what the sizes and all that stuff is. I will get with them. I already typed up my the scene, or how I see it going out, so that it would help the artist understand what's going on. I also have character sheets where I've written out the character and how I think they should be designed, armored or non-armored. And it's going to be interesting. I hope if you have any interest in that and you're part of Comicsgate or the Fandom Menace, please let me know. It probably won't be this month that I could pay you. Maybe not even next, because next month I'm paying my logo guy. I need to get some other stuff taken care of. Everything costs like $300 too, which is, whew. I don't know about you guys, but $300 is a lot of money for me. So it hits me in the purse strings. So I know how that feels. I'm barely a, I don't know what I am really, because we're not rich. We barely make, we're live check to check pretty much, like normal people. Most Americans, we live paycheck to paycheck. We live off what we can do and what we can make. So, whew, it's scary, because if it falls through, I just spent all this money for nothing, But it also makes me have to work harder, and it makes me want to do the best I can do. Because anything you get for free is never that great. I worked my ass off in the military to get my GI Bill, and I went to college for 6 years. I wasted so much time, and I realized that I had no idea what I wanted to do. And now I'm here, and this is what I'm doing. The thing I never want to do, like, I hate writing. I hated English class. So here I am writing a book. I never thought I would ever be an author, ever. I'd never, and I would love to get with Confiscate guys and tell them the story I have planned. Tell them because I have already planned out 7 books, pretty much 6, but now I'm breaking 1 into 2. Almost 7 full books, novels, not graphic novels. But I would love to get with some of the Confiscate guys and be like, there is a story I want to do that's kind of a prequel to my story. And I think the graphic novel would be the best way to show that one, especially that one. And, man, it'd be cool to get with Confiscate guys and be like, hey, this is the story. This is what I had in planned. I want you to go nuts. And if my book sells well enough, I can afford to pay those guys. That's what I want. I want to be able to pay the Confiscate guys and be like, hey, create this comic. I only want so much percentage of the comic book when you're done. You just call it part of the Mirror Sphere. Help me get my name out there. Help my books become more popular. And I'll be happy. Because the more popular this franchise gets, the bigger it gets, the more money I can pour back into the community. That's my plan. My plan is to be circular. As I'm getting paid, I'm putting that money back into the franchises, back into this franchise, and eventually, if this franchise becomes big enough, let's say, Mirror Sphere becomes, I don't know, a massive popular book series, novel, like J.K. Rowling. I become something like that. I doubt it, but whatever. Say these 7 books become super popular. People love them all over the world. My plan is to pay Confiscate guys, only Confiscate people, not mainstream comics, anything. They will never touch my stuff. I don't like the way they've treated the fans and how they treated comics in general. I want to honor what came before. And, I want to give them this story, help them do lines of comics that are part of this universe. Because I think it'd be cool. Graphic novels with, demons and shit would be fucking cool. And then I want to do like a kind of like Warhammer does, where they have their own little character, mini statues and stuff. That would be cool to do, because tabletop is awesome. Games like that are a geek drool dream. Who knows what else I could do with it, or where it could go. Eventually, I want to have a place where I'm going to hook up with my brother. We're going to make it an actual business. He's going to open up I'm going to help him open up his gaming cafe, which we hope it's going to be massive. I'm hoping that if we make enough money, we can create this gaming cafe as a big thing. Because where he lives is Kansas City, and things like that aren't really around here. We don't have conventions in Missouri usually. Usually we might in St. Louis, maybe. But most places, you have to travel all the way to California or Florida or New York if you want to go to some cool, convention, which I never get to go to. I never get to go to Star Wars conventions. I never get to go to geek conventions, because they're always so far away. I just never have time or the money to travel that far. So it'd be really cool if we open up something like that in the middle of the fucking country. It would be great if it was as big as that, and we made enough money to do that, where you can come in, you can buy snacks, drinks. We'll have a little cafeteria area where you can eat, drink, hang out with your friends. And he wants to do like rows of computers and like a PlayStation area, an Xbox area, where people can just play games, have fun. Pay a subscription or something like that a month. Membership, not subscription, but membership, and come in with a card or something, scan your ID, come in and play games. And then I want to have an area dedicated to authors. That's my goal, is to have a place dedicated for comic book and authors, where you can come in. There'll be rows of different comic book guys. So, where you can actually go in to a store and buy actual Comic Gates comics. Just rows. I will have how many they want. They say, hey, I'm Comicsgate. I'm making a book. I would love to sell in your store. That's something I want to do. And small authors, upcoming Fandom Menace authors, or upcoming just geek authors who are trying to get their name out there. And what they would do is they would send me a book. I would read the book, and I'd say, hey, this is great. You have something great here. Even if it has nothing to do with Mirror Sphere, I would take your book and I would stick it on my shelves. And it would help get your name out there. And I would promote it on my YouTube channel. I will promote you on my Twitter. I will promote you. I'm not a big name. I'm not even Ben Skyver. I'm not fucking Geeks and Gamers. I'm not Gary from Nerdrotic or Az from Heels vs. Face. I don't have that pull yet. Eventually, I hope I have that many subscribers so that I can help promote stuff. Because that's my goal. Is that we'll have like conventions there where authors can come from the Comicsgate guys. It'd be an honor to have even Ben Skyver show up one day and be like, hey, I'll sign all your guys' Cyberfrog comics or something. That'd be cool. Come on, and then have like an area where they sell statues. I want an area where you sell collectibles. I want an area where you have board games. Like, I would love to have an area. So I told him, if he's going to have video games, I want them on like a different floor. And then have a different floor where it's like have card tables where people can play Magic or whatever, card games. And then another tables where whole tables are set up for like Warhammer, strategy games or, Dungeon Dragons set up. This will be a geek haven. That's what he wants. And I would love to see his dream come true. And he wants to bring in all kinds of, he wants to make his thing huge, and I hope he does, because he has a talent to do it. I want to just create this book series. I want to start this YouTube channel. I want to promote other people, to grow this community, to get people who have no voice to have a voice. That's our goal. I don't want to make this a huge long video, so if you have any interest in being my getting a hold of me to do the cover of my book, let me know. Tell me the prices that the prices that you need. We'll hit you up. I just the love I have for this community is astounding. I wasn't always known as Mirror Sphere on YouTube. I went by my actual name, and I have been following the Fandom Menace for almost since, I think it was around the Force Awakens time period when I found them, and they were my voice, just like I want to be your voice. We are fighting against cancel culture. We're fighting against people who want to change everything in our world to something that doesn't need to be. So please, let's become strong together. Let's build each other up. Let's make the Mirror Sphere something where everybody can escape to. That's my plan. Is a geek haven, and I hope it becomes that. I really do. I hope my books are beloved by the fans. I hope to meet you and shake your hands and you to hand me your book and be like, hey, how did you do it? And I will say, I didn't. You did. All of you out there who are going to support me eventually, who are going to sub to me, who are going to do videos with me or go on live streams with me, you are the reason I'm doing this. And the only reason it will succeed. And I'm going to do it no matter what. I was a Marine, as I've said before. Marines, when we get our fucking heads or we get our hearts and minds into something, we never stop. There's a reason why Silver Phi is our thing, always faithful. It's because we believe in what we do. So please, for all you out there, let's build this up into something amazing. Let's build each other up. Let's make something the world has never seen before, and then it will shock fucking Disney and Hollywood and all those when we create something that goes far beyond anything they can ever expect. You know how cool it would be if the Mirror Sphere Origins becomes a fucking household name. Not about me. I don't want my face to be what people think about when they think of the Mirror Sphere. I want it to be geek heaven. And when Disney becomes an afterthought because the way they fucking treated the fans, that is our goal. When people say, hey, you want to go to Disney World? They go, well, I'd rather go to the Mirror Sphere and, you know, play games and hang out with geeks. And let me tell you what, we'll never mistreat you. We love the fandom. We love geeks. We may not agree on everything. We may go toe-to-toe with each other over the stupidest things. Trust me, geeks will fight when it comes to geek knowledge. And it's beautiful. When we can argue about, you know, the color of Superman's cape or his costume, and which one was better, and what comic book was better than which comic book, and which movie was better than the books, or whatever. You know, Lord of the Rings, you know, we could fight over who shot first, Han or Greedo. That is what we want. That is real geekdom. We can fight like that, and people, we don't get offended. We just love each other. That is what I want to see on an epic scale. You know, like you guys, I grew up as a nerdy little fucking kid who just got beat up. I had big ass teeth, as you can see. When I was a kid, I looked like a fucking beaver, and I got god awful made fun of. I got beat up. I got tortured forever. I was a nerd. Unfortunately now, you know, the people who used to make fun of us for being nerds think it's cool to be nerds, so they still fucking make fun of us for some reason, like we're not nerdy enough or something. I don't know. But let's do this, guys. So please share. Let's get our name out there. Let's make something of this. Let's make something of you. Let's improve this community. Let's become something far greater than we can have ever been by ourselves, because we can't. By ourselves, we're nothing. But as the hashtag Phantom Menace has proven that even Lucasfilm and Disney know our name. When J.J. Abrams said, you know, the Phantom Menace people acknowledge that our voices are being heard. Maybe not, you know, listened to, but they're being heard. They're finally seeing that the fandom isn't a bunch of toxic fucking man babies. That we're people who just love what we love and do not fuck what we love with, because we will not forgive you. Well, we will eventually, but we won't be happy unless you fix it. Because there are things that you cannot unfuck, like Doctor Who. And I don't know. But hopefully we become something that makes those companies say, wait a minute, maybe they're right. Maybe we screwed up. And maybe instead of changing fucking Looney Tunes to take away his gun, maybe we should just give him his gun and show the fans what the fans want. You know, people say we should never give the fans what they want. Are you stupid? Fans love what we want. They spend money on what they love. So to say to aggressively go against the fandom is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Or they say we don't need you. You aren't worthy of being my fan. That is the most stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because anybody is worthy to be a fan. You want to love my books? I will shake your hand. I don't care what political side you stand on. As long as you don't fucking scream down with the man or try to burn people's homes down, you're welcome. As long as you don't try to silence other people that have a different opinion than you, you're welcome. We're going to build something amazing. And I want you all to be part of it. And eventually it'll grow far beyond me. Where it won't be me who is the head of Mirror Sphere anymore. It won't be my face. Won't be the face you think of when you think of the Mirror Sphere. It will be the book. It'll be the characters in the book. It'll be I don't even care if they know who the author is, to be honest with you. They could be like, who's this guy? That's fine. I don't know all the authors' names of every book I ever loved. But I want the characters, I want the world that I'm building to be what people think of. I want the fandom to be what people think of. When I used to think about Star Wars, it was not completely about George Lucas, who was the creator of Star Wars. I love the man. But it was the fans, and it was the characters. It was Luke Skywalker, it was Han Solo, it was Leia, it was Chewbacca. Those are what I thought about when I thought about Star Wars. That's what makes good story crafting. Is when all you think about is the characters, you think of the world and how cool it is. I want people to debate. How cool it would be to sit down with fans and have them just discussing like the lore behind my books. They probably get far deeper than even I thought of, which would be fantastic. All right. I love this. I love nerd culture. I love you people more than anything. You're the community I'm so proud of to be a part of. Do we have our hiccups? Do we have, Comics Geek battling against whatever? Yes, we will have people. We're human. There will be disagreements. There'll be arguments. You think my brother? He's my younger. I'm the oldest in my family. So my brother who's working with me on this is my younger brother. You know how much I was a jerk to him growing up? I was the meanest older brother you could think of. I was, I got beat up in school and I took it out on him, and I apologize to him all the time for it because, we're brothers. Shit happens. And I'm hoping to get him on this channel to do some gaming with you guys. I'm trying to talk him into it because he likes to play Rocket League. He likes to play, a bunch of computer games. I'm trying to get him to do, because my live streams, the games suck because my internet is terrible. He's got better internet than I do, and he's got better setup than I do. And I'm trying to get him to actually do stuff. So it'd be cool to get him back on the channel as well. And yeah, he does my live streams with me. You'll see him. He is the Kansas Chiefs flags and stuff. He's a big Kansas City Chiefs guy. I'm not. I'm a Bears fan. I'm always will be. Always, no matter what, I'm a Bears fan. I'm a Cubs, Bears, and Bulls. Those are my teams, and I've stayed by them. I've been a fan of the Bulls since Michael Jordan. I've been a fan of the Bears forever. I've been a fan of the Cubs since my dad took me to Cub games when I was a kid. So I will always be a fan of those three sports. So even if they win or don't win, that's my team. And I'm not a big sports guy either. I don't watch football really anymore. I watched maybe the Super Bowl. But yeah. Anyways, I gotta go. I hope you guys enjoy. Please contact me if you have any interest in doing character designs or book cover for my thing. We'll talk about pricing. We'll talk about all that stuff on the DMs or my emails or whatever. But please, this is something that I am very passionate about and I love so much. And I hope you all are staying safe, staying healthy. Again, please sub, like, and share, especially this video, so we can get out there. I know it's a little bit long. Sorry about that, but I kind of went on a little. I get exciting when I talk about this stuff, so I may go a little too long. All right, but thank you all. This again is Daniel from the Mirror Sphere. I'm signing out.